In this crazy life we live, we all need someone to hold, a friend to light the way when the world starts to unfold through all the ups and downs.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Hey Girl Look. It's coming to you late. We had a full day today, but I'm keeping my word and my promise to drop some encouragement every Monday just for you and for me, and hopefully for you to spread it to everyone that you know. So today was a super busy day for me in terms of work and then in terms of personal commitments, but I had the opportunity to take some time to listen to some really great master classes around race and politics and gender. And also watch some really cool podcasts while in tandem doing some administrative tasks and cleaning. This backdoored a really lovely visit I had with a very close friend who is just a positive light, but more than just a positive light, an authentic light, someone who you can feel seen and be your real self with, and that's a real gift if you can find someone in your life in that way. And we talked about a myriad of things this weekend, or as I like to say it among my girlfriends, we had a good old yap, and it was so timely because, as I mentioned in previous weeks, February is a bit of a challenging month. And if I'm going to be 100 transparent, which I'm trying to be in this channel, but also encouraging, I'll have to say that the things that are going on in my country in regards to leadership have been quite disconcerting, stressful, scary. At times I have felt angry, broken, lost. I listened to a podcast today and Cory Booker was on, and he described it as being 100 feet underwater and screaming out loud and no one can hear you. And I felt that so much. So I've been having those feelings in my own life about that particular situation, but I know that those types of same emotions can apply to many different walks of life, whether it's motherhood, whether it's finances, whether it is relationships, your place in the world, maybe your sexuality or relationships to your family or with friends, anything that's going on, anything that you have encountered that felt like an injustice and you felt helpless and against it, and that you feel oppressed and pushed back or unseen. We've all been there. And if you haven't been there, then if you keep living, you will get there at some time. I can also relate it when I think about it and I look over at this picture that's on my desk of my beautiful mother. I think of it when I think of my grief about the loss of her, but more presently on my mind today and on my lips is the thing that I mentioned, the country in which I reside and the leadership. I won't get into details about what particularly is going on because all it takes is just picking up your telephone or just turning on the TV and you will find the information. And I won't say something as irresponsible as I don't want to get political, because as a Black woman in America, I don't have that privilege. And if you are deterred because of politics, then I hope that you can see that everyone doesn't have the ability to be deterred and give up. Some of us, our livelihood depends on the way that the government runs. And in my personal opinion, we should all care because it's a human issue. But back to what I wanted to center today. When we think about those unpositive emotions, those feelings of brokenness and anger, and it maybe even like it just came to mind, like maybe you're fighting a chronic illness or have overcome or are in the midst of a battle of disease or anything like that. We've got to keep the faith. And in his podcast that he was on today, Cory Booker said this isn't just necessarily religious. For me, it can be religious, it can be spiritual, not religious, but it can be spiritual. Instead, it means to stay faithful to whatever it is that you've put your hand to stay consistent and to not give up, to believe that good is coming, to believe that the fight for good or the overcoming of something difficult is available for you. When I was visiting with my friend who came to see me and my family over the weekend, this term came up that we kept sort of bouncing off of each other, which is whatever you water grows. And I think I've said it in previous podcasts, it's absolutely true. Okay, whatever you water will grow. And chaos can be breaking out around you, and you can be going through a super hard thing. But if you will just keep those two words, stay faithful, and it starts there. In just the way that we speak to ourselves. And that's an exercise that we spoke about in previous podcasts, right? I listened to an interview with Jill Scott Heron. That's Gil with a G, and you can look him up. And he has a very famous quote that says, the revolution will not be televised. Again, I'm not taking this deep into a political space. I want to bring it back to the interview. They asked him about that quote because it was very famous. And he said, it's not simply that it's going to be caught on film. He goes, the revolution to change anything begins in our mind and in our heart, right? We have to believe that it will change. And that's where it starts. And this whole idea of like faking the funk, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. It's almost like a repeating mantra. And then enough exposure will make you believe. So the revolution of change and feeling better around whatever situation you're in. Maybe you're in a health battle, to lose weight, to get in shape, to gain weight, to gain muscle, to put yourself in a healthier mindset. The revolution will not be televised. It will start first in your head and in your heart, and speaking those positive things to yourself and staying faithful to the outcome that you need, to the thing that you are praying for and are hopeful about. In relation to me, I believe in one nation. I believe in a nuanced both and sort of existence for everyone and world peace. And I believe in it, and it's not a joke. Yes, I did pageants. Yes, I had aspirations of being Miss America. So yes, I do believe in world peace, peace for our country. This is not a joke. It's not something that I take lightly. And I am saying today, because I definitely have been in a pout about it, that I am vowing to stay faithful around that. And anything else that you're going through, I encourage you, I hope, on today to stay faithful. Stay faithful. Keep trying. Begin again if you need to. Reset, restart, ask for help, build community. There is no shame in trying again or slowing down or feeling mad or angry or fighting back or breaking down. There is shame, though, in giving up and quitting, which we cannot do. So stay faithful, stay the course, Stay faithful, keep coming back, subscribe if you haven't. I hope that you have a great rest of your week. I love you. Thank you for being here. Let's stick together because, hey, girl, look, we are all we got, okay? And we're going to get over this. We're going to get through all the things as long as we stay faithful. Okay, I love you. Bye.
In this crazy life we live, we all need someone to hold, a friend to light the way when the world starts to unfold. Through all the ups and downs, the highs